Hey, you fucks.
Reminds me of every birthday party my father's ever attended.
Is that how we started it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how he ended it, too.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Hey.
Okay. So, I have troubling news.
Oh, wow, okay.
The Department of Veterans Affairs unfollowed me on Instagram.
Did they really?
They really did.
Why is that?
Apparently, I'm too saucy for a government agency, especially such as large as that one, to follow me.
Well, didn't they feed you in, like, different things? Like, a fair amount of things.
Yeah. Like, I was on their podcast.
Right.
They posted a picture of me with my interview on their Instagram.
Fascinating.
No, but I get it, though. If you're trying to, like, help people with mental health, and they're squeamish, and then they tune into this show, and it's all like, fuck, dick.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, it might scare them away a little bit.
Someone found a chili pepper in the candy dish. Just can't handle it.
Yeah, so no ill will there, because they still tag me and stuff. They still send me stuff to feature.
Oh, my God.
And I'd like to actually be on that again.
Yeah?
But with you.
Oh, with me? Oh,
yeah,
nice,
with you. More like under you, but...
Hey, well, too bad I'm fucking gone all the time.
Yeah.
I'm just making it real difficult to be my friends.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was... The last episode we recorded was in Texas.
Yes.
I had to fucking rent a burro and travel out to the Alamo.
Yeah.
And grease you up and pin you down.
Yeah, we were having a lover's quarrel right before we went on.
Yep.
That's how it would be.
Yeah, I think it's because now that you're 30, your hormones are messing up.
You think so? You think it's me? As I eat during the episode. I'm so sorry. I just realized we're recording. I'm so sorry.
I did that once. I think it was because somehow an episode got deleted, and I was just frustrated.
Yeah, it was Leslie's episode.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So I'm fucking just slamming pizza in my face.
You open the show by saying, "I'm sorry, I'm eating pizza."
You're fucking pissed. No, but speaking of getting older,
sure.
Tell me why Spotify targeted me with an ad to start a t-shirt company.
Well, because you're a veteran.
Or Shopify, not Spotify.
Well, yeah, because you're a veteran.
Yeah, exactly, you know? And it was just like the fact that they're like, hey, you should start a t-shirt company. And I'm like, you know what? How dare you? I mean, I already have a t-shirt company, but how dare you?
Yeah. They're like, the veteran t-shirt starter pack. It's like, we have the flag on the shoulder already.
Yep. PopSmokeMedia.com. We're actually just about to launch a line of hoodies that Mike is wearing right now.
Yes, you can't see me, but I can see you.
How rude of us. We haven't even introduced ourselves.
We have not. Go ahead, please.
My name is Dan Sharp, and this is my co-host, Mike Sensi.
That is us.
Mike fucking Sensi.
Damn right.
The man, the myth, the legend.
That's right. When you get recognized in public, do they call you Daniel Sharp or Dan?
Usually it's Pop Smoke.
Is it?
Yeah.
That makes more sense, yeah.
Yeah, some people are like, Danny Boy.
Yeah.
And then I find out it's just Irish Mafia.
Yeah, exactly.
That I owe a vendetta to, so I immediately start sprinting.
You don't make it very far.
No. I mean, they're Irish, so, they're weighted down by potatoes.
That's true, yeah.
As our people are.
Yeah, that's their currency.
Which I say our people, like, I'm a huge fucking mutt. I get to blend into a bunch of different social groups.
Well, see, that's not fair because I feel like a lot of you mutts take... I feel like just being racist now. A lot of you mutts, you get to just claim whatever you want and you're not wrong.
Yeah, depending on the situation. Because, like, when I was in, like, the white people wouldn't claim me and the Spanish people wouldn't claim me until there was, like, a race war. Right. And then, like, all the Hispanics be like, Sharp, you're Puerto Rican, get over here. And I'm like, repeat that sentence again slowly.
So it was, yeah.
Daniel Sharp, you Hispanic motherfucker, get over here.
Did the black guys in the S1 ever claim you? They claim me a lot.
No, but the black guys in Motor T did.
Ooh, oh, that's right. Okay.
And the weapons section always had me at their spades game.
Right, that's right.
I came in clutch.
Yeah, Mortarmen always playing spades. That's true.
Yeah,
I don't know what you all do. So.
We weren't allowed into the big tournament, where all the currency was happening. So we had to be like in a small underground street tournament of spades. And then when they heard my reputation, when I ran a blind Boston, I got bumped up to the big leagues. That's how that worked.
It's like just beyond the piss line. There's just spades being played everywhere.
Yep. So what is going on with you?
With me, not much, man. Hanging out.
Yeah.
Living and loving.
Anything you want to bring up? Anything you want to talk about?
Not really. I ran, this is as of yesterday, I ran the worst PRT in my entire career.
Really?
Yeah. No, it was just, I have no story, but like I got in trouble for it. Like I did terrible. So
Wow, did you fail?
no, fuck. I mean, come on, fuck's sake. No, I didn't fucking fail. But it was for my standards it was just shit poor, and for my work standards it was also poor. So it was kind of like, yeah.
A bit of a wake up call.
Yeah, a little bit. You would think that after I did that, I'd be like, you know what? This is when I changed my diet. This is when I stopped binge drinking every single night. But then I came home and I ate Chick-fil-A and I drank wine because I deserved it.
Was it red wine?
No, it was a white wine, right? White wine. What was it? Rosé. Oh, that's right. Rosé.
The worst, just pure sugar.
But it felt so good.
So, do you think you contribute that to complacency or just old age?
100% both.
100% both. So 200%.
My math's not so good. No, I just honestly, I think in my younger age, like I mean, as you know, you can wake up when you're in your 20s and after a long night of drinking, find out where you are, taxi back to base, run your PRT, get a first class, and, go about your day. But, like, when you're older, you have to, like, wake up, like, you have to, like, stretch for 40 minutes before. You have to drink a bunch of water beforehand. You have to be baptized, like, a week prior. Like, your body and mind must be ready.
So let me ask you, were you hyped up on Strike Force Energy?
If I was, then I would have done much better.
Strike Force Energy is a liquid package. What would you compare this in size to?
In size?
Yeah. Like the STD packet they give you after Tijuana?
No. Mine's much bigger than that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, no, it's tactical. You can bring it on a plane.
Yeah, it's very tiny. You could probably fit like 6 in your butthole.
Jesus Christ, I've told you. These kids out there be putting stuff in their butthole.
This TikTok generation.
Yeah, just a bunch of TikToks out there.
And use our discount code Smoke Pit.
Yes.
And save yourself some money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got some fan mail that I'd like to address.
Yeah, for sure.
Mr. Daniel, which is a hilarious way to open.
That is fun. That's a solid opening.
I'm a civilian, but I grew up with all military jokes and all that. I just wanted to say that after going on one date with a stripper, I understand why so many junior enlisted throw away so much for them. They are really good actresses, and I actually felt something until my feelings cost me $1,000.
Okay. I have so many questions for this kid. How old is this person?
Early 20s.
Early 20s. What is their... how are they employed? What is their job?
I do not know.
Okay. What did they look like?
I'd say Midland looks, like fair to Midland.
Fair to Midland.
Yeah.
From here all the way to Midland.
The Middle Kingdom.
Yeah. So
apparently where the wenches are crafty.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what the details of the date was? Or were, whatever grammar.
Well, apparently
dictates.
they started dating, and then eventually she started persuading him to buy gifts here, dinner there, and then before you know it, he had spent about $1,000, and she started ghosting him then.
Oh, so rude. How long did this affair last? Do you know?
Not sure on the actual duration, but I'm going to say 6 to 7 hours. If I had to compare to my experience with strippers.
Good God.
Yeah, things move fast.
Sure, yeah, they move faster when you're dumb.
Life is hard. It's even harder if you're stupid.
Facts.
I think we should put that on the next.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Dude, that's actually a pretty good idea.
That's not bad. You said it on that one show, so I mean.
Yeah, well, my first sergeant used to say it all the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
After you would NJP someone, he'd be like, life's hard. It's even harder if you're stupid. Drop blouses, we're going on a run. And I'm like, fuck, man, I wasn't even the one who got caught with coke. Like, now you're making me want to do coke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now I have to do coke to go on this run.
But, yeah, so I asked him the ever-present question that any reasonable therapist or counselor or police officer would ask in this situation. Did you smash?
Right, of course.
And he said yes.
Nice.
So at the end, was it all worth it?
Probably.
I'll let you decide.
Yeah, yes, right, yeah. Probably not.
Probably not. You good over there?
I'm good.
All right.
Just dying of acid reflux.
Acid reflux. What did you do?
How dare you put my business out there?
Well, I mean, you could lie.
Yeah, well, I mean,
like a liar.
Yeah, like a liar. Like a liar.
And come up with anything. You could say that, you were defending an old lady from getting mugged and you got punched in the stomach.
No, that would never happen. I would never let an old lady punch me in the stomach.
No, the muggers, the assailants.
Oh, that's right.
Like, you imagine that? Like, you come to an old lady's aid and she attacks you, like she was in on it.
I could see that.
Like
yeah.
a liar.
Like a liar.
The whole time.
Another T-shirt. Old ladies are liars.
There was, I think it was an 89-year-old former bodybuilder, and she had a home intruder. I'm actually going to pick this picture up so that way you can look at it.
I can react in real time.
Yeah, or she was 82, excuse me. I don't ever want to lie to you guys, because I have told nothing but the truth in this show. Yeah, so what do you think?
Fight home intruder. He picked the wrong house. I would not fight that woman.
No,
not at all.
She looks like she means business.
She looks like she teaches people how to fight. Yeah. Like, besides being a bodybuilder.
Yeah, it says, fights home intruder. He picked the wrong house.
Yeah.
She looks like the kind of grandma that, like, you come in there and it's like, you hungry? And I'm like, no, I'm not already. She's like, I said, you hungry.
Exactly.
And she just got like a protein shake and protein pancakes.
And she's just in a sports bra skipping rope. Oh my God.
You consume like 8,000 calories and 200 grams of protein every time you go over there.
No, she's a force not to be reckoned with.
You imagine that though? Get your ass beat by an old lady?
No, because I would have to either kill myself or both of us at that point.
That's seppuku.
100%. Yeah, that word is not getting to anybody.
Like, and as you're sitting there and just like in a crumpled mass of what's left of you,
right?
I stand over you. I'm like, figure it out, Mike.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh great, now I have to kill Dan too.
Okay. So we anything else before we move on?
No, I'm ready for these question and answers.
Mercifully bring this section to an end. All right, so we posted a question on our Instagram, which if you're not following it, correct yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And where we posted a story of like topics for the next episode, and we got a fair amount of responses.
We did, yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I'm
just
kidding.
me and Dan.
Yep. All right, so we're not going to talk about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, some of you, I just want to say for some of you all, like, these are terrible questions.
Yeah.
And then, like, people who say vague things, like, come on.
Like, talk about me. I'm like, I don't fucking know who you are.
Right, exactly.
Tabitha.
Yeah.
Like,
classic Tabitha.
your 4 ribbons. Like,
exactly.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, Tabby.
Dan's new tanning schedule. I am pale as a ghost right now underneath the shirt. It is scary.
But you still look better than me, so.
That's debatable.
It is not.
I'm not the one who has my handsome face on stickers that will be
true.
available for purchase soon.
They are in demand. I thought they were so funny, but then everyone's like, well, how can I get one? It's like, okay.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, well, shit.
I've created a demand that I cannot supply.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, so weirdest thing you do or did to keep entertained while enlisted? That's a tough one.
That is, well, because that's very vague. So it's like while enlisted, like on deployment.
Yeah, we'll say on deployment.
On deployment.
Yeah, we'll give ourselves the easy route.
Yeah.
I think the weirdest thing that I did on deployment to keep entertained was just like kind of like a round robin, which I used to fucking hate that word.
Right.
Which basically means to go from one place to another. And, like, I would have, like, different games that I play as far as, like, jerking off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like, all right, if I'm jerking off in this porta-john, it has to be with the left hand.
Right.
If I am jerking off, like, behind the MRAPs, it has to be with both hands, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Or if I'm doing it here, like, it has to be on one foot. Or, like, if I'm doing it behind the COC, it has to be to good housekeeping.
Well, they tell you to keep the enemy guessing. So.
Yeah, you know, complacency kills,
That's
you know?
right, yeah.
And so it was, like, a various game, you know? Or, like, you'd see, like, if, like, one of the other sergeants was SOG and he was roving, I'd be like, I have to finish before he gets from post 1 to post 2, or I kick the next IED.
Yeah.
Like, so the stakes were high.
Stress level through the roof.
Yeah, I am point man on the next raid.
Yeah.
If I don't finish before guard mount's over.
Like you're going to like a patrol brief, like with just a huge boner. Everyone's like, Sharp, what are you doing? Like, don't worry, I'm taking point.
Very disappointed in myself.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
What about yourself?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, frequent masturbation obviously was a big part of it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's too weird, though. And I didn't have any games, so it's not a game to me, Dan.
It's life and death.
It's life. Exactly.
Because if you're not a cool, calm, and collective, how are you supposed to be an effective RP?
That's true. Yeah, an effective anything, really.
Effective anything.
If I could launch one PSA.
I mean, if I could launch one PSA.
What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
I hate you so much.
I love you.
Oh my God. Any fucking way. If I could launch one PSA to everybody who listens, Masturbate more. That is all. I feel like it's good for you.
The more you know.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the antics that I've done in the past would really have been curved if I just wanked one before I went and did the said thing, you know?
Right, 100%.
Like, everyone is like, you shouldn't do the thing. And I'm like, okay. And I went and jerked one off. You're like, you're right. I shouldn't do the thing.
Yeah, clear eyes, full hearts, drain balls, can't lose.
Just the saying, young, dumb, and full of cum.
That's right. That's right.
To describe somebody who just did something stupid. So I think it's fair. All right. Talk about the badass chick that just passed BRC. Basic Recon course.
Yeah, no, I think that's dope.
Yeah, I fucking failed the indoc for that. I'm
yeah,
not gonna
no,
lie.
that's a legit course. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I am a good swimmer. I grew up in Florida, and that's one of the qualifications. You have to swim out of a riptide before you can graduate elementary school.
That's fair.
And I fucking drowned because I swim like a manatee, and they're looking for dolphins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so props to her, because the indoc itself was a fucking ass kicker that wiped like 90% of people, let alone the course.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, that's pretty much all I have to say too. Good on you, Lance Corporal.
And I hate to be this guy, but I'm gonna be this guy because I haven't jerked off today.
Sure.
As long as they didn't lower the standards like they did in IOC and Ranger course.
Right.
From the sources that I've had, which are dudes on the internet.
Right, exactly. Only the best.
Yeah, the standard was upheld.
Yeah.
So good for her.
Good. Yeah. No.
If she would like to be a guest on the show,
I'm gonna guess she's a little focused on her career.
I mean, to be like, she's never gonna see combat, dude.
Well,
like, you think they're gonna let her die?
Well, it's not even that. It's just like she's probably focused on just being the best, recondo she can.
Well, she just passed the basic course. Like, she still has like another year of pipeline training.
She's still got jump and dive and all that. I
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like, I mean. Yeah, okay, come on the show, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. She gets weekends. They get weekends towards the end of
no,
buds.
they don't.
You know?
No, nobody gets weekends. Not in my military.
They get weekends at OCS for our army or like military officers. They get weekends off in boot camp.
Well, of course, officers get weekends. Jeez.
Okay. Let's see here.
I'm seeing some of these, and we cannot say any of these.
No, especially that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a hot topic.
That's
right
kind
now.
of no shit. Yeah,
Definitely not going to talk about that one.
No, God, no.
Okay, funniest thing you ever saw in a firefight. So I don't think this was in a firefight, but I'll just tell the story and you can decide for yourself.
Right.
If
funny or nah.
Yeah, if you don't like the story, just send me money and then I'll teach me a lesson. PayPal is mj118356@gmail.com. Just really humble me.
Exactly. Yeah, $100 to start.
And so we're on patrol, and you remember the kid that I told you that he got shot in the leg at like day 2 of an op.
Yeah.
And so like we had to fight the next week, and then we got back and we stole his cigarettes and kicked his bullet wound.
Right.
To teach him a lesson about.
That's what he deserves.
Yeah, he didn't use cover and concealment.
Exactly.
And so it's his own fault.
Agreed.
So later on the deployment, they patched him up. The extra bruising from the kicks.
Yeah, exactly.
And they sent him back out to us. We got like maybe a month or so left. And we're out on a patrol, and he's the point man. I'm the saw gunner right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of turns over his shoulder, and he like looks at me, and he gets this wide-eyed fucking look, like just all the terror in the fucking world just hit his eyes. And my fucking instinct was like, there's a guy with an RPG like 100 feet behind me, and he's about to fucking blow me into oblivion.
Right.
Like, this is it. Like,
yeah.
I have maybe 2 seconds left to live. Can I jerk off in this time?
Exactly. Yeah,
because I have a saw.
Yeah.
So it's not like it takes a little bit of employment to do proper machine gunnery. So like I am probably not going to make it out of this, right?
Right.
And so like my fucking eye, like that turkey baster of adrenaline, like hits your arm.
Right.
Have you ever felt that?
Of course, yeah.
Like I could just smell everything within a tent. No, that's
oh
you.
My God, yeah, that's me. Yeah.
And,
my weird superpower.
And so I'm like, fuck, this is it. Like I'm dead. This is it. I'm going to die. And right at that fucking moment, he just reaches down to his fucking belt loops, pulls his fucking pants down, and just paint blasts the fucking wall.
Oh, jeez.
With like massive fucking diarrhea.
Oh my God.
And just like whole fucking new coat. Like somebody threw like a 5-gallon bucket of diarrhea on the wall.
Right.
And he's just like spraying, and it's like puttering, like when you turn on like a boat engine or a jet ski, and it's like sputtering the water out. It's like splat, splat, splat up against the wall. And then like the owner of the house is sitting there, and he's like, "Miss,
I knew it.
Why?"
I knew that was gonna come up. He's a reoccurring character.
He really is. That was kind of the synopsis of my first appointment.
That's so funny.
We're just doing embarrassing things in front of locals.
Yeah, and then just saying, Mister,
why? No, and then he shits everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this dude really had me fearing for my life.
Yeah, exactly.
And like that just shows you like about the trust that you have in these small tight knit units, you know?
Yeah.
Like we usually went out as a squad. I think we're 12 strong, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And is it the name of a movie?
Yeah, it is, yeah. An army movie.
I thought that was okay. Yeah, that was the one with Thor in it, right?
That's right, yeah, yeah. The God of Thunder. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Have you?
No.
Is it any good?
I'm gonna assume no.
Yeah, well, I mean, you should probably watch it and brief me.
I'm good. And hear me out, no. And you can watch it yourself.
I mean, I trust you with your movie taste. Like,
as you should.
You made me go watch Joker, and I loved it.
Well, I mean, first off, if I had to make you go watch Joker, there's something wrong with you. But how about this? People who listen to this show, you watch 12 Strong, and you let us know, because I don't want to watch that.
Okay. But that just goes to show you in these tight-knit units that when he was in his moment of dire panic, he looked to me.
That's right. That's right, yeah.
And so it wasn't so much the 5-gallon of shit spackling the wall in front of this man.
Yeah.
Who clearly doesn't have a garden hose.
No.
There's not exactly a lot of indoor plumbing.
But let's be real, it's not the first time shit has splattered his walls.
Probably not.
Probably not even that day.
But just like the look in his eyes of pure panic and fear. And mind you, I've seen this guy when he was shot.
Yeah.
You know, like when you've seen American blood spilled on foreign soil, like it changes you a bit. You know,
right.
I've seen this dude, moving himself under his own power to his medevac was pretty dope. You know,
yeah, for sure.
Like we're gonna carry you, and he's like, I ain't no bitch, and he fucking like limps off to the Amtrak.
Yeah, and he shit his pants.
And I was like, damn, dude, if you're that good, like get back on the line,
No
like
shit.
let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was like, I'm getting my Purple Heart, bitches. Yeah, so I'd say that was probably one of the weirdest things I've ever seen is like, have you ever looked another grown man in the eye as he just had diarrhea shit, explosive shits?
I have not, no. I looked, this has nothing to do with combat, but I did look another man in the eye while I had the pee shivers.
No,
A stranger. Have you ever done that?
No,
That's
no.
menacing. I felt like we were connected on like this cosmic level.
Would you mind telling us that story?
It's a very quick story. Me and my buddy Austin were driving to Missouri, where he's from, and we were caught in like really heavy Chicago traffic on the way through, and it was like at a standstill, and I had to piss so bad. And then he gave me a Gatorade bottle because vets, and I was like, yeah, for sure. And so
Your pee fits in a Gatorade bottle?
So I took the Gatorade bottle, and yeah, it's one of the giant ones, okay?
Still.
So shut the fuck up. I didn't interrupt your shit story.
Yes, you did.
Oh, that's right.
You interrupt me a lot more than you think you do.
I do.
Like, 'cause you don't know this, but we have transcripts of the episodes that come from our distribution software.
Yeah.
And I have gone through them, okay?
Yeah.
I do not deserve half the shit that I get accused of.
They are shocking. Long story short, pretty much I went to the corner of his Jeep and just like I was peeing, and I don't know if women get the pee shivers, but men get pee shivers, and it's just like the best / weirdest feeling of all time. And so I was wrapping it up, and I was hitting my pee shiver, and right in the middle of my shoulder shake, I look up, and there's a dude in the car next to us making eye contact with me while I'm shivering. And so he was just like nodding at me, like that scene from Anger Management where Adam Sandler's made to do the dumb thing, and he looks back, and Jack Nicholson's character is just nodding menacingly. So that's exactly what happened. So I was at my most vulnerable in my entire life, dick out, Gatorade bottle full of hot piss, and I was just shivering, looking this man in the eye, and he's just like, yes. And now I feel like he owns my soul.
What the fuck? To our listeners, I apologize.
Yeah.
I promise you, not every episode has a story of Mike peeing.
Most will. I pee a lot. It's one of my favorite things.
Well, I mean, you drink so much that it has to go somewhere.
That is true.
What did this guy look like?
He was probably late 30s, early 40s. He literally looked like a stock photo of a businessman. You know what I mean? Like he just had like a button up on. He was clearly coming home from work of some kind or looking for a job. He had like salt and pepper hair. He had glasses that it felt like he removed while he was looking at me in shock and terror.
This sounds like this is the kind of guy who pays for that, and you gave it to him for free.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, I made his night for sure. I was just sitting there, lip quivering.
So, if he probably listens to the show.
Oh, for sure, huge fan.
Yeah, and so if you could tell him, if you could speak to him directly, for the rest of our listeners, don't take this personal, but this isn't for you. This is just for him.
Yes.
What would you tell him?
Give me my soul back. I haven't been right since you took it. Right.
Oh man! So if any of our listeners have an idea
of where my soul's at,
or other ways that he could reclaim it or
Sure.
like replenish it, like think about it. You pull a plant from the ground,
Yep.
and take the roots with it.
Right.
The plant's gone, but you can plant another in its stead,
yeah,
and it will flourish.
yes,
So if any of our listeners have an idea of how Mike can get his soul back, please feel free to send us a message.
yes,
Because we love getting messages from you guys.
I'm always listening.
You know what else we love doing?
What's that?
Working sponsors into our episode.
Yay.
Check out Combat Comb Over, and we got a new promo code.
Yes, we do.
It is Smoke Pit.
Wah, wah, wah.
It is a pomade and a hair product, beard oil. It'll make you smell good, make you look good, help you get
Facts.
laid.
Yeah, yeah.
It's actually one of the questions is picking up women. You gotta look the part.
Sure.
There are some people who prefer the way trucks look, the way Jeeps look, sedans, sports cars, whatever. Like you gotta look the part of the people you're trying to attract.
Sure.
So
Is that just what the question says, picking up women? Or is it like advice on how to pick up women?
how to pick up women?
That is, wow, it's pretty clear cut.
I mean, squatting a deadlift. That if you're talking in the physical sense, if you're talking about
Right.
the the poetic sense.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember being in high school and I memorized some poetry,
Okay.
and I thought that would help me get laid.
Right.
It did not.
What? Crazy.
Yeah. Apparently, most women that I pursue have not read a book.
That's true.
Yeah, so it did not help
Yeah, yeah.
until recently.
Nice. Aw.
Yeah, my girlfriend and I were in a small eclectic bookshop, and she's like, "Oh, I want to go here and check this out." And she pointed out a book. She's like, "Oh, that's cool." And I recited a passage from it.
Yeah.
And she was like, "That's so fucking hot. Take me right now."
Oh, wow.
And I'm
In the
like-
bookstore.
And I'm like, "We are in public.
Exactly.
You need to calm yourself."
Mm.
And then so we did it.
Yeah, right. Of course.
Yeah. The best part was that was all in the fiction section.
That was such a lame joke.
You're
But I love
laughing.
it. But I love it. I'm a lame person. I like lame shit.
No, everything except the last part was true.
There you go.
But yeah, it's like, man, I went decades hoping that women would be stimulated intellectually.
Right.
Nope. But then I found the one.
That's right. Good for you, man.
Yeah, I'm really
Good
happy
for you.
about that.
Good. No, I'm happy for you.
So what advice would you give to young listeners or old listeners who are creepy and watch men pee while they're shivering
Yeah, yeah.
on picking up men, women? Like, I don't give a fuck what your
So-
preference is.
I'm going to be, I mean, you have good advice, but I'm going to be super harsh and super honest with you.
Yeah.
If you have to be real with yourself.
Yeah.
This is men, women, children, whoever's listening. If you're trying to pick up somebody of the opposite sex or same sex or whatever, if you're out there and using the term pick up, you have to know that you're desirable. If you're super homely and aggressive and weird and like, I'm out here trying to hit on women, it's going to be a no-go.
Yeah.
You're going to bad zero.
Can you do the rest of the episode in that voice?
I am not going to do that. But I will say confidence is key. Know your self-worth. Don't overextend yourself. Don't be somebody who you're not.
Yeah.
In the middle of the episode. Don't be someone you're not, but also, yeah, just set realistic expectations. Because you go into a bar and you see a woman and you're like, oh, she's hot, therefore she must think I'm hot. Then you're out of your fucking mind. So stuff like that. Obviously, shoot your shot. I'm all about that. But like, I mean, have a sense of humor. Have something to fucking say. And just be confident, and also just be realistic in that sometimes, you're not going to get the first fish you hook on your line. Sometimes that line breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a follow request from a playmate, and I was like, oh fuck, she's hot,
Right.
And this was a while back, and so like I looked at her profile and I saw she had a boyfriend, which is fine, like
Sure.
It's
okay to have a boyfriend.
yeah, it's perfectly fine. And he was in the Navy.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that he was an ugly dude or he was average, but like I wouldn't look at him and be like, oh my god, he's like a male model.
Right.
He's just a guy,
Yeah,
like
just
somebody,
yeah.
somebody you'd see on your ship,
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And he's got this playmate girlfriend, and you're thinking about that, and it's just like there are girls out there who are just like stupid hot, and they just want somebody to be real with them.
1,000% yes.
They're tired of guys who are just like have everything based on their looks and their tattoos and their brown eyes and their dark hair and their addiction to alcohol.
Right.
And so, they just want somebody who's real.
Some people fucking love that. So
Yeah.
let's be real about that too. But yeah, no. But no, totally. I just watched that movie, She's Out of My League last night. Classic rom-com.
Classic movie.
Love that movie. And yeah, and that's the whole premise of that story. It's like she's somebody who's insanely hot and desirable, but she went after someone because she thought he was safe and then ended up falling for him. Yeah. Now, granted, that is a movie, also in the fiction section, but it's a good story nonetheless, and a good movie.
It is. Yeah. And so, we have a large circle of friends. True. And we've asked this question to some of our more popular female friends with larger followings, and they say that like they don't get approached a whole lot. True. Because they, I guess, guys just like assume that they're stuck up or that they're too popular or that they're unobtainable. Right. And so, like, I know a lot of girls that go on, like, dry spells. Yeah. And then they just get bored and, like, hop on Tinder and just find, like, the most beautiful man in the city because they're hot and they can. Because all the average dudes miss their opportunity by being timid. Yeah. That's a really good point, too. Yeah. So shoot your shot, but don't expect anything. And then also, I feel like you have to know what you're looking for. True. That's a really good point, actually. Like, you have to be complete as a person before you hope to make somebody else happy. And so, like, if you know that you have, like, issues or whatever, like, just be honest with yourself. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has flaws, and, you have to be able to accept each other and accept yourself. Yeah. For fuck's sake. Figure it out. Figure it out. Okay. So I think that yeah, it covers how to pick up women. Yeah, like we're basically Hitch now. Yeah, like exactly. We should be charging for this. I agree. Again. All right, so ask Mike to ask recruiters for funny recruiting stories. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. No, I will, I guess. All right. Although I will say, I don't know if I've said this on the show yet, but like when I did the recruiting assistance thing to get ready for the next part of my career, I was kind of, everybody's saying like, oh, you're going recruiting, like, don't bang the recruits. Don't bang the recruits. I'm like, well, that's obvious. Like, it's common knowledge. Like, why on earth would you do that? One would think. Yeah, and that's kind of what I found out. The station chief was telling me, he's like, yeah, the two guys in this office were both simultaneously fired because they were doing that same thing. And not only were they doing that, this is how dumb they were. So they were like 4-year sailors from the fleet come and do the recruiting gig, right? And so they both start messing around with their high school applicants or whatever, and then not only did they get caught like messing around, but then they had like a region like Navy ball thing for all in military stuff, and they brought them as their dates. Oh my god! And they showed up, and the station chief looked at them both, and they're like, "Yeah," and he's like, "You're both fired, right?" And they were like, "What do you mean?" So yeah, a lot of dumb recruiters out there. Well, what are you talking about? Oh my god. Really? Yeah, no, that's a true story. Two of them at the same time. At the same damn time. Still smash. Hey, I mean, I guess smash yourself to a new career. Yeah, seriously. Like, I remember this was back before Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed, and we're out in the field, and somebody was like, "Man, I would fucking do anything to just get sent out of the Marine Corps right now." Right. And it had been a day. This individual had been bitching all day. It'd been a doozy of a day. And so now I had time for it. Right. And I was like, I know a way you can get out. Yeah. He's like, what's that? And I was like, suck my dick. And he's like, what? And I was like, right now. Right. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, you said you would do anything. So here's your opportunity. Right. Do that and you'll get kicked out. Yeah. Unless you're a liar. Oh, like a liar. So I'll leave that up to our followers' imagination as to how that played out. Whether you finished or not. Whether it was, enjoyable or not. Right. That's right. Yeah, because I understand hyperbole. Sometimes you say shit you don't mean. Yeah, right. Sometimes it's hot and your balls are sticky. So you're just you're looking for a way out. Yeah. But you are in charge of what you say. That's very true. And I've been reading Mattis's new book, and this one dude was like, yeah, I'd like to fucking shoot our hard-ass platoon commander. That dude got kicked out of the Marine Corps. Oh, damn. Yeah. And then so, like, Mattis, like, took him on, like, a death march, like, personally. Yeah. Like, to haze the fuck out of him. Good. And then brought him to, like, the CP. And, like, and as they finally arrived, and this dude's all smoked, he was just like, you could have shot me in the back at any point in time, but you're a coward, so you didn't. Jesus. And then kicked him out of the Marine Corps. What a badass. Right? God. I've been liking this new book. Yeah, no. I mean, anything Matt has touched turns to gold, so. Wow. Yeah. Imagine if he's, like, rubbing a girl's clit during sex and then it turns to gold.
Well, he doesn't need to do that because women just orgasm when they enter the room with him.
Yeah. I mean, it's really unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like dropping a Moab to kill like 6 people. But he does anyways.
Because he can. What a legend.
Now they just got this weighted beam swinging around, and it's already a sensitive area.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Fascinating. Wow.
All right, so I don't really see a whole lot of questions that aren't going to get us sued.
No kidding. Yeah. Jeez.
Anything else you want to cover before we sign off?
I mean,
thank you so much to everybody who's been sending us positive messages. For everybody who came up to us at Burbiz, I think like we showed up with like 200 stickers, thinking like we're gonna give out maybe half of them. We gave out like all of them before the first like 2 hours.
All of them, yeah,
up.
For sure.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because we were a little unprepared.
Yeah.
Apparently, we were supposed to have more things for the table.
I blame you for that, though.
Yeah, honestly, that one's on
me.
me.
You're the CEO. You get those emails.
I will take that.
Yeah.
And so, also being the CEO, I saved the situation. I just spelled out the number 69 on our table.
You did.
With the stickers.
You did.
And it was a hit.
It was a hit. I agree.
Everybody loved the table. We got so many compliments.
Everybody loves the table.
Yeah, everybody loved it.
Yeah.
And then a ton of people came up, and like it's always super weird when people take like selfie pictures.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm very vain.
All right.
And I only have like one good pose.
Right.
If you look at all my pictures, they're all the same.
Yeah, well, same. I never look at the camera, so.
Yeah, and then so all these people who are terrible photographers are taking selfies, and it's like all up my nose, and like half my face is cropped out. So I look like Dick in all these pictures that I'm tagged in, but I still want to be supportive, so it's like,
of course,
like.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time to acknowledge me as a human being.
Yeah.
So like.
That's right.
Despite this being a terrible picture.
I will say, like now that I get recognized more and get forced selfies taken, like you've been doing it for a while. Do you have any advice for me? Because again, I got approached the bar Saturday by a dude and had a headlock snapshot picture. He's like, "Shh, it's over. Go
to sleep.
Go to sleep.
No, but the thing is like I think it's just maybe regional, because whenever I do like a question story thing and on my Instagram, like I'd say at least 10% of them are about you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And most of them are not very kind.
Well, no, for sure.
Yeah, it's just about you being a degenerate,
right?
Or, other things.
Yeah. Well, it's when I put the picture of those stickers, everybody responded with, "How do I get a sticker of this drunk man?" I'm not always drunk. Sometimes I'm sleeping. Yeah,
so here's, I've shown this to you before.
Yeah.
Because I want to shame him publicly.
Yes.
This is a picture I took of AJ in Sydney, Australia. The beautiful Easter-colored sunrise and landscape. And then below is a blurry picture he took of me.
I can confirm the second one because I was in that picture.
yeah, you're over here.
Yeah, exactly.
No, right there. Actually, I think that green blur.
That green blur is me, yes.
Yeah, that green blur right
Drunk
there.
as a skunk.
Is you. Yeah, which was definitely a fun night.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm just gonna double fuck AJ on this because that dude made me slam like multiple shots of whiskey in a row. Like I couldn't even take a breath, and he's like, "Oh, I thought you were like a legend," and I'm like spitting on the floor. I'm like, I'm going to throw up.
Like Robert De Niro in between rounds and Raging Bull.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was like, "Yep, I'm a spit."
Yeah, and so, but yeah, I think the best advice would be offer to take the picture and then tell them to message you, and then you send it to them.
Nice.
And I think that does two things. One, it shows that you're not like a dude who's so high on himself or whatever. And then two, you get to control the narrative of the picture.
Ooh.
So if you don't like it, you just don't send it and then become a guy who's too full of himself.
That's a slippery slope, my friend.
It is. But yeah, it just like the thing is like sometimes like you're usually in the middle of something.
Right.
And it's like you always want to take the time to like, be like, hey, thank you for, because like whenever I meet people that I'm a fan of or whatever, it's those first like awkward seconds are like really important.
Very
you may
true.
only get 10 seconds of interaction with somebody that you follow or that you like, and then that's like the impression that they have of you, that you have of them for the rest of your life, And so like it's always very interesting. I remember I met Tim Kaine. He's a senator of Virginia. He was almost the vice president, but Florida.
Am I right?
Yeah, he's on the Armed Service Committee. His kid's an officer in the Marines, and I was at a lunch for I think it was the Chamber of Commerce, and I just gotten back from Russia, and I had found out some like shit that the Russian media was doing, the state-sponsored media, against him and his running mates, and I was pretty sure he didn't know about this. So I talked to his aide, and they're like, "Yeah, you got to brief him." And so I'm thinking, like, man, this is a senator, he's on the Armed Service Committee, like, he's probably going to be, like, a douchebag.
Right.
Dude, like, this was, like, the most personable man I've ever met.
Really?
Like, I was, like I didn't know who the guy was. I was, like, I would vote for him.
Right.
If I was registered to vote.
Was he personable in, like, a politician way or, like, a human being kind of way?
No, like, I almost fell in love with him.
Okay, so politician.
Yeah. Like, I came up to him, he's just like, hey, how are you? Like, it's so nice to meet you. And, like, the way he took my hand, and he smelled of sage and cedar.
Stuck his tongue up your nose.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so he's like, so what do you do? And I was like, well, I own this business and I do this. He's like, tell me about that. And he, like, before I even said anything, he asked me like 3 or 4 questions about me.
Yeah.
And here's this dude who he was on the national ticket and he was almost in the White House and he's still a senator,
Right.
And he's on all these committees and he's taking the time to like ask me about like mediocre shit about my life,
Yeah.
And so, I showed him the pictures, and he's like, "Oh, you need to send that to my secretary of press and blah blah blah." It was just like by the end of it, like I just felt like I needed a cigarette.
Yeah, that's
like,
right.
It was like good sex,
Right.
Like human, like that's how fucking reclusive I think you and I are.
Yeah.
Is that just good human interaction?
Oh, that'll do me for sure. Yeah.
Fucking, I'm like, woo!
I'll be in a coma. Yeah.
Fucking Marlboro.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. And so just by the end of it, like I just felt like he like really won my vote.
Yeah,
and I'm like, fuck, man, like this is why these guys are politicians.
No shit, yeah.
Like you and I couldn't do that.
No, fuck no. No, I'd be like, vote for me or nah. Like that's my whole campaign.
Like we're at a rally, just hammered drunk.
Oh yeah.
They're like, you fucks want to vote for me or not?
Exactly. Yeah. Whatever. I can't tell if he dropped out or not. He just doesn't seem to care.
But for real though, when are you running for Congress in Indiana?
Oh, in Indiana? I think I'm already on to. I think I already have a seat.
What are we thinking? 2024?
Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Because I have too many skeletons in my closet, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty open book, and I think that's a problem too. So, because I know our buddies over at another show are running for political seats.
Yeah.
So I feel like we could do it too.
I actually have an appointed government position here in Chesapeake.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you told me
we're
that.
in Virginia Beach now, but I lived on the border at Chesapeake. I was getting out of the Marines, and I had saw like something in the news that they were hurting for people in city council and committees and stuff. So I went to the website, I put an application. A year later, I get a fucking certificate in the mail with a letter saying, like, come into the courthouse to be sworn in.
Yeah.
And I was like, what kind of fucked up prank is this? So I went.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you're being appointed to this committee. Here's your oath of office. It's a 4-year term.
Yeah.
And so I still have, like, another year left on my fucking public office.
Yeah.
Like...
And what changes have you made?
Absolutely none.
Oh, my God. An honest politician, ladies and gentlemen.
But, like, the fact that it was just that, like, I applied, and a year later, they're like, you're part of the government now.
Yeah.
And then I did nothing. Like, the amount of money for this fancy certificate that I got that had, like, gold leafing and, like, calligraphy and all that, cost the taxpayers, like, $4, and I have done nothing.
Well, I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, so when I eventually run for something else, all I can say I had experience.
Yeah, I'll be your running mate for sure. I got you.
I think that you should be the primary and I'll be your running mate.
Why should I be? But I'm so lazy.
See, here's the thing, though, is that when inevitably I get disgraced in controversy...
when you get assassinated.
that you'll come out clean.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
If anything, it'll make you get reelected.
That's true. It does look good.
All right, so make sure you check out A Grunt's Life on Vet TV.
Yes, please do.
Yes.
Yes.
They make veteran content. Donnie O'Malley, he decided that there wasn't enough entertainment for the demographic that he was a part of, which a bunch of hard dick dragon slayers.
True.
And so he made Vet TV, and they made a movie called A Grunt's Life, focusing on an infantry platoon in Afghanistan. And it has some pretty funny parts.
There were moments, little gems in there.
Yeah, and little gems is in penises too.
Yeah, well then not so little. Donnie is packing.
So if you like man ass and you like slaying bodies,
sure,
then check out Vet TV. It's Grunt's Life.
Yeah.
And also check out Warfighter Scuba. So maybe you were trying to slay some bodies and it didn't go so well. Maybe you're like AJ and you're really just not that good at combat and you get shot, stabbed, kicked off a building, set on fire, blown up.
It's true. He's really bad at it.
Yeah, but he keeps going back.
He keeps going back. So
it's like Mr. Bean, you know? Like he
like-
just keeps surviving somehow.
he's like the guy at the basketball court who never gets picked up, but he's always there.
He's always there.
Lacing him up every weekend.
Yeah, so maybe you got a leg blown off, maybe you got shot, and you're like, fucking, I want to do some scuba diving.
Yeah,
Check
yeah.
out warfighterscuba.org.
Yeah.
They're a nonprofit that does diving trips for combat wounded veterans. They flew me out. We spent a week diving. It was fantastic. I had a great time. Highly endorse them. They got featured by the VA's Instagram.
Jeez. Who doesn't get featured by them?
And yeah, so check out. Do we have any other sponsors that we haven't talked about?
I don't think so. I think we covered them all.
Grill your ass off.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
There's
man.
literally a flavor named after us.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yep. So if you're eating booty
Mhm.
and it's not very flavorful
And it don't taste so
and
good.
it don't taste so good, then what you need to do is get you some of that grill your ass off seasoning.
Yeah, I prefer Pop Smoke seasoning for
Oh,
your...
I tell you what, that fajita,
Mm-hmm.
delicious.
Love it.
Yep, especially down here in the South. We like to season our booty before we eat it.
We should make a commercial for him just doing that.
I think we really should.
Yeah,
and
just
we
like-
should get Rich High from Angry Cops
Yeah.
because he does a good Southern.
He has a very good Southern gentleman voice.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out our last week's episode from Burbiz, we had our friend Emery, the Canadian Khaleesi, on there, and Rich from Angry Cops.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a fun episode.
It was a fun episode. Rich stole the show, so definitely give his stuff a follow. And Emery's as well. We love them both.
Yeah, it was a little offensive how funny he was.
Yeah, no, I was very intimidated.
Yeah, it was like, fuck off my show. Don't start your own podcast.
Exactly.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I'm good, man. I just I'm sweating from my IBS and just gonna go to the toilet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is...
Oh, you have another thing to talk about?
Yeah, one last thing.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to give you the opportunity to say your piece.
I like how that's my piece. Like just what's going on with me physically.
I mean, you could have talked about anything.
I
you could have talked about space,
I thought,
zombies,
you know what?
wizards,
Agreed.
Anime, like anything.
I really blew it. I agree.
So there is an army company out of Maneuvers. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And crazy story. So they're coming towards the edge of this ridge, and at the end of the ridge, there's one Marine standing there, and he's like, "Ha! Fuck you!"
Okay.
And the company commander was just like, "Fucking Marines," you know. And he looks over at his biggest guy, and he's like, "Hey, go kick his ass," you know. And so he passes off his rifle and hut, you know, shots off.
Yeah.
Then you just hear like punching and blows and fucking fighting noises.
Yeah.
Biff, pow.
Yeah, blaster from Star Wars.
Yeah. And then so the Marine comes back and he's like, fuck you. And so he's like, what the fuck? And so, he sends 4 guys out, says, we'll fire a team. Same thing. Biff, pow, boof, bah. Marine goes back up. Fuck you. And he's like, you know what? Fuck this. He sends an entire platoon out there, and you just hear all these fighting noises, just fucking biting and screaming, And then one dude fucking crawls to the top of the ridge. He's like, it's a trap. There's 2 of them.
That's such an old man joke. Oh my God. Why? Why?
Well, you didn't have anything.
Okay, boomer.
Bye.